Come, little Minnie. Come. Come, little Minnie. Into a stick. A stick. So it's starting to sprinkle just a little bit. Super nice and cool out. I'm not sure how long we'll be out. We've been kind of lazy this morning. We should have gotten out sooner. Little Minnie, that's sweet. Hi, little Minnie. So Henry was live this morning and made a special announcement about Minnie. So Minnie does have an adoptive home. I approved them this past week and they've signed their adoption contract. And Minnie will be moving around the first part of September. Gidget. Gidget will be leaving this next weekend to go to Wisconsin. So this is our last, this upcoming week will be our last week with Gidget. Little Trudy will be here next Saturday. She's a little bulldog puppy with some incontinence issues, although it looks like she's walking pretty good. She's kind of a black, brown, and white bulldog, and she's coming up here from Texas. Let you guys take a peek at Frankie. Lily was out here a little bit ago, but I think she felt the raindrops and that was enough for her. Hey Frankie. What you doing? Please, a ball? If you're new to our page or haven't been following Frankie's story, Frankie had surgery last Tuesday, and so he's on restricted activity, no wheelchair, and recommended not for him to be outside so that he doesn't get too busy. You with that little ball. Oh, you tough boy. You tough boy, dog. I see
I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll get it. Good boy. Good boy. You're a good boy, Frankie. Good boy. You're a good boy.
And some of you may not know that Frankie never lived with dogs prior to coming here. His family didn't have any other dogs, but I think they had one cat or two, and some of her grandchildren lived with her. So Frankie's used to cats and kids, but not other dogs, so he's done extremely well moving here temporarily. Angie Wallace, I see you on here, and thanks for the blanket and card that you sent for the pups. I have not posted that out yet, but I will today. Hi, Hinman. So if you're just joining us, Henry Minnie had a live video this morning, and he talked about his special announcement about Minnie. Minnie has officially been adopted, and she will be leaving around the first part of September. Little Gidget will be leaving this next weekend, and little Trudy will be here on Saturday. Little Trudy's about 8 weeks old. Also, don't forget to vote in the calendar contest. Henry talked about it on his video this morning, but I also posted the album on our Facebook pages. The best way to vote, if you've already clicked like on their photo in the album, the next best way to vote is to share their photos, and it's 2 votes for every share that you make. Now on the album, it doesn't tally up that way. It only tallies up as a single share. But at the end of the contest, handicappets.com will double that number because that's what was in their rules. I think Frankie's up over 5,000 votes. I think he was leading it as of yesterday. There's about 240 entries, and the Hirschberger Hilton pups are in the top 6. So we definitely would like for them to make the calendar, and maybe one of them make the cover. So while I have Frankie here, fostering him and getting him up to speed, I will only have spots for 2 puppies at a time until I get Frankie adopted. I will not be able to do 3 puppies at once. Just because I'm one-man band. But I will do 2 puppies. So as Gidget leaves and Minnie leaves, after Minnie leaves, that will open up another spot for a puppy, and I will have little Trudy until I get her adopted. Frankie's situation is that he needs to heal from surgery. We have to get his water therapy going and see if I can just get him in a standard dog wheelchair rather than a quad cart that has 4 wheels. Frankie's always going to need a wheelchair. I may design an application for him sometime in the month of September and start networking him for adoption. Because he may be a little tougher to home, I'm not sure. And maybe not. Maybe the right family is watching. He's a great bulldog. Great personality. He's fun. He's funny. He's not that big. He's right at 40 pounds. So he's not near as big and heavy as Ope. Opie's Rescue will have another auction during the month of October to raise funds to keep the account going to be able to help other dogs. I have some contract obligations coming up for spay and neuters, for one palate surgery that was pre-existing that I knew about, and ongoing wheelchairs. A couple of the adoptions out will need an Eddie's cart. Opie's Rescue pays for that as part of the contract, and then the adjustable carts come back. All right, hope everyone has a great Sunday. Sorry you didn't see Sissy Lil. She's, I'm sure, back in her nap zone.